Hey guys, hope you're doing well and welcome to my channel. In this channel, I do all of the exercises of the books A-level Maths and Further Maths Edexcel. In this video, I'm going to do the first 5 questions of the Further Statistics 1 Exercise 1 book, and let's get started. In my opinion, the first chapter of this book is the easiest chapter because the questions are usually straightforward and you can do them by knowing the basis of this chapter. Okay, the question is for each of the following probability distributions, write out the distribution of x squared and calculate both e of x and e of x squared. Okay, so we need to start by doing part A and we can draw some tables. So here is x, here is p of x, and here is x squared, and also here is p of x squared equals x squared. By inputting the values, uh, okay, we all have the probabilities and they're all the same. And here we only need to square the values of x. So 4, 16, 36, 64. And the only thing you need to be aware of is that the probabilities are the same no matter the value of what the value of x is. For example, here x is 2 and here x squared is 4, still the probability is the same. So here will be 0.3. Again, here the probability is the same, 0.3, 0.2, and 0.2. Okay, now we need to find the expected value of x, and this can be done by the sum of x multiplies by probability of x. So this means that whenever we want to find the expected value of x, we only need to multiply the value of x by its probability and add all of these together. The sum of all of these values is equal to the expected value. So for example, here 2 times 0.3 plus 4 times 0.3 and 6 times 0.2 and 8 times 0.2. So the final value is equal to 4.6. So 4.6 is the expected value of x. And again, let's do it here. For finding the expected value of e of x squared, we do exactly the same thing. So we are going to use the value of x squared and multiply all of them by their probabilities. For example, 4 times 0.3 plus 16 times 0.3 plus 36 times 0.2. Finally, 64 times 0.2. Okay, so the last step is let me write the value of this, which is equal to 26. Okay, so this is the first part of this question, which is part A, and everything is pretty straightforward and there's nothing new. So let's do part B. Okay, in part B, we do exactly the same thing, and again, we need to construct a table. So let me do it quickly. X squared again, and here p of x squared equals x squared minus 2 minus 1, 1 and 2. Okay, probabilities are the same, and here we square the values of x. and also the same probabilities as I mentioned before. Okay, now the only thing we need to do is just doing exactly the same thing in order to find the value of e of x and e of x squared. So here, minus 2 times 0.1 plus minus 1 times 0.4 um, plus 0.1 times 1 um, plus 2 times 0.4, which is equal to zero point 0.3. This is the expected value of um, these values. And now finding e of x squared. And it's just exactly the same thing with different values. That's why I said this chapter is easy, because there aren't many new things to know. Okay, and this value is equal to 2.5. Okay, so now we've done everything, and this is question 1. Okay, let's now do the next question. Okay, the score on a biased dice is modeled by a random variable x with probability distribution is. Find e of x and e of x squared. Okay, in this question, we just follow the same procedures again, and as you know, e of x equals the sum of all of the multiples of x values by the probabilities. So again, 3 times 0.1 plus 4 times 0.2 and plus 5 times 0.4 plus 6 times 0.1, and the value of e of x equals 4. Now the value of e of x squared, again, 1 squared times 0.1 plus 2 squared times 0.1 plus 3 squared times 0.1 plus 4 squared times 0.2 plus 5 squared times 0.4 plus 6 squared times 0.1, and this also equals to 18.2. Okay, nice and easy. And next question. Okay, the random variable x has a probability function, this, and here are the values of x. A, construct tables giving the probability distributions of x and x squared. Okay, you've probably learned how to construct tables on your A-level maths for applied one chapter 6. And for constructing tables, at first we always need to consider two different things. First one is the value, which is usually the value of x, or sometimes the value of x squared. And the second thing is the probability, or its probability. So here the values are only 2, 3, and 6, and their probabilities are obtained by doing the reciprocal of their x values. So for example, here is a half, is a third, and is a sixth. Okay, this is part A. Part B. Work out e of x and e of x squared. Okay, as you know, we do the same thing again, and let me write. And Yeah, this is the, and for this part, so this will be 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is equal to 3. Okay. And now finding the value of e of x squared. So e of now x squared is equal to 4 times a half plus 9 times 1/3 plus 36 times 6. Okay, this is equal to 2 plus 3 plus 6 equals 11. Okay, this is part B. And now part C, which is asking state whether or not e of x squared is equal e of x squared equals e of x squared. So we've already found the value of e of x squared, which is 11. So e of x squared equals 11. And now is asking to check if e of x squared is equal to this value. So the value of e of x is 3, and if we square that, it means 3 squared, which equals to 9. And 9 is not equal to 11, so e of x squared is not equal to e of x squared. Okay, this was the question 3. Okay, let's do question 4 now. The random variable x has a probability function given by this. A, construct a table giving the probability distribution of x. Again, we need to construct a table again, and at first we need to write the values of x and their probabilities. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so the probability of x will be a half, and here will be a fourth, and here eighth, and here 16th. And also the same thing with probability of 5, which will be okay. Now in this part, we need to find the value of, sorry, yeah, in this section it should be, oh no, no, this is fine, yeah. Okay, now we need to do the second part, which is calculate the value of e of x and e of x squared. So for e of x, uh, again we do the same thing, as you know. So 4 times 16th, and finally 5 times 16th, which is equal 31 over 16. And also if we find the value of x squared and do the same thing, we will get 83 over 16. So by this time you've probably understood this well, and I don't see any reasons to just repeat the same thing again. Okay, now question the part C, which is again like the same as the previous question. So it's asking for a state whether or not e of x squared is equal to this. Okay, so this is the value of e of x squared, and now for this value we need to square this one. So 31 over 16 squared, which is equal to, let me use my calculator to find this, 31 over 16 squared. Okay, so this is equal to 3. Let's not write this in decimals. uh, let's give this in exact values. Okay, it's 961/256, which is also it can be uh, written in decimal place, 3.7539 to 4 decimal place. And also let's write this in decimal place as well. So this value is different because if you write this in decimal place, and this will be equal to 5.1875, and these are not equal to each other. Okay. And this question, the random variable x has the following probability distribution, and given that e of x equals 2.9, find the value of a and the value of b. Okay, in this question, we just need to remember two things. The first thing is that the sum of probabilities is always equal to 1. So here, this means that zero point 0.1 plus a plus b plus zero point 0.2 plus zero point 0.1 equals 1. And if we just rearrange this, we can get a plus b equals 0.6. This is the first equation that we get. And also, the second thing that we need to remember is that the expected value of x. So we have the expected value of x, and we need to refer back to the way that we used to find the value of expected value of x. So we do that by this method, and by writing uh, everything. This equals to 2.9, and by simplifying and rearranging everything, we will get 2a plus 3b equals 1.5. And now we have two simultaneous equations with two unknowns, and we just need to solve these two equations. And if you solve these two equations, the values that you'll get are b equals 0.3, and also a is equal to 0.3. So these are the answers of the fifth question. Okay, thanks for your time, and if you like the video, please like and subscribe us, because I'm going to post more and more videos. So this was my first video, and this was the first time that I was making videos in this style. So sorry for any sort of inconvenience. Hopefully I'm just going to progress. And yeah, if you have any suggestions, please comment down below. And until next video.